You don't have to dread to be Rasta.
I'm hungry.
These things on your head, they're called what?
Dreadlocks.
No, they're not.
Locks.
That is the Europeans' derogatory way of calling your brain and your hair dread. It's not dread. Do you dread the thing that is on your hair?
Now you twist it.
That is called
You
no
lock it.
dread, as in something you should fear. That's where the word dreadlocks come from. Exactly. So we call it what?
Love locks.
Rasta.
Or locks.
Rasta.
Nah, me, I hate that
'Cause
name,
when-
Rasta.
Because unafikiria mambo za bank.
No,
No,
not
but it's
really.
locks because that's literally how you grow this hair. You lock your hair. So
No.
they're locks.
Watch our mambo
No,
za
you know,
TikTok.
No,
if
I'm
you
being
have-
serious. Like, how do you
So
grow rastas?
Mama were just in the bush, just like
No, of course they're rasta.
Kekegwere.
Of course they're rasta, but how do you grow rastas?
You are rocks.
How do you grow rasta? You lock your hair.
Unachuna tu na.
I don't
Sometimes
like-
you wachilia it.
I don't like that name,
Yeah,
Rasta,
so
because
it locks.
anybody who's got locks
Yeah.
would actually agree with me, because that name Rasta, people on the streets just choose to bandika you the name Ras. And you
Sindio?
wonder why.
Raskeri.
Nah, come on. Z.
Baby,
Nah.
in coast watu wa nini kwa sababu ras.
You know Jamaicans
Sijasikia
actually
ras
got-
hapo nini huko Mombasa.
They say
Uko na
ra-
dread unakuwa na unaitwaje?
Rasta.
Yeah, ndio hiyo
Yeah,
sasa.
rasta. But then, you know,
I don't like
Jamaicans
it.
learned to lock their hair from Kikuyus, it wasn't the other way around.
Hiyo ni uongo bwana. Hakuna. Hiyo ni uongo hiyo.
Like when they came here, and like the reason why Mau Mau started locking their hair is because they were in the wilderness
That's
for
cap.
like no, it's not cap.
I've called it too.
No, it's
Yeah.
not cap. They
That's
were in
cap.
the wilderness for like years and like months and like hiding. That's how they ended up having
Nah,
locked
that's-
hair,
nah,
because they were
that's
not
cap.
combing their hair.
That's cap.
Right? So they learned that. Why do you think
Yo,
we
so when
can't-
she finishes a story.
Okay.
Why do you think cultures can't be interchanged the way they were done before the
It's-
white person?
No,
Because
yes,
the
they can
Vikings
be,
used to have
but
dreadlocks.
yeah. And
Yeah, but theirs was their very loose.
Yeah, but
fussy
it
hair.
was locked.
But as Mau Mau, the reason why they never used to comb their hair, they were in hiding 24/7. So like hygiene was outside, combing your hair was outside.
Sis.
That's how their hair ended up locking.
Do you
It
remember-
wasn't a choice.
Do you remember that Masais were doing that thing where you had like their ninis?
That's fine,
a
but
form
me,
of
I'm talking
locking.
about Mau Mau. Like Mau Mau didn't lock their hair on purpose.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have like time to be
Style.
hygienic and style their hair and comb their hair. That's how their hair ended up
Ended up
locking.
being nini.
So that's why everyone who was in the Mau Mau had
Yeah.
dreadlocks.
Have you ever had this thing that when you smoke kush, it buckies in your hair?
I've had that,
Right?
but I've had that's all drugs.
You should watch this. There's this show called the Bong something. The sister of the traveling bong, right? Sisterhood of the traveling bong or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Of course, the parody from the other one,
from
the traveling pants.
yeah.
And so basically, these guys, make sure you watch this shit. And if you haven't watched Broad City, also go watch it, right? Because the same actor is on it, Ilana Glazer. So anyway, so apparently they need to put kush in this bong and then they time travel. Right?
nice.
Oh, wow.
They end up like in different places. So now they go to this place where they run out of kush. They're like, how we gonna get back? And they're like, oh, I remembered in science. Then ching, you put and then they end up traveling from there.
Stop.
So apparently, if you take a Mau Mau's dreadlock,
Yeah.
unawezeka hiyo kitu kwa nini?
Kwa bong.
Then you
Kwa-
burn it.
kwa-
Oh, so that's how
or
you
even
do
a
it.
guy for the nini, or even a guy a pedi who has locks.
No.
You
Yeah.
just take one of his locks. Ati hii kitu sasa ni 300. Ai! Hii economy ya Ruto. Nipatie
Haiwezi.
tu block yako moja. King!
Yeah.
You smoke it.
Yeah.
But the whole locking hair thing, it didn't come from Ethiopian religion, because I think their religion, they lock their hair.
It was
naturally.
allowed to.
Egyptians used to
Yeah.
lock their hair as well.
I mean, Africa's
So
been
Mau Mau's
people
doing
been
really
locking their
well.
hair.
Yeah,
for
so
a
it's
while.
always been our cultures have always been interchanged, so it's very hard to like pinpoint. But at least we were pioneers there somewhere when
'cause
it comes to
Jamaicans
Yeah.
they popularized because they had the music.
exactly
Right, so you see Bob Marley, you see the dreadlocks, right?
Yeah.
He's literally the most popular Rasta in the world.
in the world,
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
it's easy for people to look at Rasta culture and say this comes from Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, they could
popularized
popularize
it,
it
yeah.
or make it mainstream, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
But hey, we've been out here, man.
we've been
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
it.
I think it's the whole culture from the Caribbean and those Caribbean countries is because they took it from Africa,
Yeah.
and it was just one way that they could get to relate with back home,
With
you
where
know,
they actually came from.
Yeah, locking
Yeah.
your hair,
Exactly.
and also getting to like have this sort of Rastafari religion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
everything that is in Jamaica when it comes to like their culture is basically African.
Also, guys,
Twerking.
when you're getting an apartment or a house, right? I mean, everybody wants a master in suit, right?
Yeah.
What does a master in suit entail?
Now you have a bathroom in
In your master bedroom.
Yeah, in your master bedroom.
Yeah.
Where is this word master from?
Slavery.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly.
How am I
Masters.
only seeing this now?
But at least they don't say
can I show
master
you-
bedroom.
I know.
Masa.
Anyway, now that I've chanuad
We're
you
still healing.
and we're still in the master bedroom,
Yeah.
a master bedroom needs a master toilet. And this has to be the biggest master toilet.
An
Check
entire,
this shit, bro.
an entire room just for the
Listen,
toilet.
if your toilet is a pit latrine, because guys have no respect for pit latrines just because it's a hole there. Give me space.
I don't want to be
because I don't even understand this one's for shags. Fine.
Fine.
Because
It's
it's a hole
outside.
in there.
Yeah,
Nini.
in the dirt.
The width of this thing is just 6 by whatever. But why must the structure which I'm in be so tiny? Fungua ikitu. Give me master pit latrine so I can do my thing. Space.
Do you know there's kids out there who don't know how to use a bathroom like that?
A pit latrine, you mean?
Yeah.
Or even those Dini ones for
yeah,
Dini for dogs.
because
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I
for real.
I never knew how to use one.
Even my
And
brother never. Like him, if my brother is autistic, he's non-verbal.
Yeah.
If you give him a pit latrine, I mean the toilet for down.
Yeah.
He's like, Miss me with that. I'll pee anywhere else.
Outside.
I'll pee outside. I'll pee.
But it's a hole in the
I
ground.
don't even pee in the living room. But
There's a
My-
hole in the ground.
yeah,
My
his
first
mind will try to
time
survive.
encountering such a toilet, I sat on it.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It was in school, yeah.
Do you have like happies of the ass?
No, that I don't have. No, I don't have. It was in school. I think I was like in class 3.
Did you get UTI of the
3
beer?
Yeah, honestly.
No, I did not imagine. Like that's how God protected me.
Yeah, but
So-
being a child, we are protected
Yeah.
from like a
No,
lot of things.
he sat on the pit.
You know me, I ate a mende as a child and I didn't
No,
die.
that's not the
anyway,
same. It's not
continue.
the same.
So
It's the same.
You know how the bathrooms like in school usually have got that space chini.
Yeah.
So for me to actually learn how to use it, there's a friend of mine who like chunguliad me when I was in the bathroom, and they actually saw me sitting down, like made fun of me up until I was taught, like, you don't do that, you squat. Squat.
No, but you squat. I don't squat, bro.
God damn.
Yeah.
Squat. I meant to say squat.
Squat. Sema squat.
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 Yeah, squat.
Squat.
Usinimi squat.
Yeah, usinimi squat. Na usikuwe na squawks. As in squawks. Yeah.
I can't believe you actually sat on
But
the goddamn
let me ask you,
floor.
is there something as a kid you didn't know, right? And you just been moving around. Like, for example, this one,
Yeah.
his is the toilet. Think about it. During the episode or the
Yeah.
next, you can tell us that you were so useless about that you didn't know how to use until
Imagine
someone
that.
showed you.
Now,
I can't believe you sat on the pit latrine.
So now just
But nobody
remember-
teaches you how to use this
yeah,
toilet.
Yeah.
but now it's
And
the,
I've never seen one.
And even that makes so much sense because even till today, and I'm going to do a skit about HR. Watch this space. Even till today, people don't know how to use toilets. Like in every office, there's a sign in the toilet, especially
To clean,
ladies, because I go
yeah.
to the ladies.
Yeah.
Synonyms, J and acquire gents.
Yeah.
But
That's-
leave the toilet as clean as you found it. And even today, I was chatting with the lady who was cleaning the toilet in the office, and I was like, "Girl, how many times do you clean this thing?" She's like, "Hey."
all the damn time.
As in every hour she's there, she's cleaning the toilet fresh. I'm like, "Kwani people don't know how to use the toilet?" She goes, "Girl, you'll be surprised." I'm like, "How do you not know? Kwenu unafanya flying toilet?"
Yeah.
Bro, it's because they're ungrateful bastards. They know someone is going to clean that toilet. In their house, the toilet, they don't leave it
It's
like
the
that.
shit. I find it so
Yeah, it's so
crazy.
weird, right?
You go to the toilet, right?
Yeah.
You do your business, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it could be, number 1, it could be number 0, it could be number 3.
Number 0.
So
You know, and then you stand up, you clean yourself. I mean, I'm hoping that at least
You're
you clean
hoping you
yourself
clean
because you
yourself.
didn't even flush.
Yeah.
Right? And there's water. You didn't flush. You know what that tells me? You are insane.
Yeah.
Like
I was going to say
that's-
it means your toilet at
no,
home is
imagine me.
filthy,
I mean,
but okay.
I just think that this is just people just don't. You don't care about anyone else,
About
and-
hygiene.
or you're so proud of your shit that you want everybody to see it.
You
Like,
want everybody to know about it.
I left this big
You want
thing.
everybody
It took
to know
me-
about it.
You know, it's like giving birth, and
Yeah.
you're like, no, kila mtu lazima uone kitu. Wow, it just come from inside me.
Can you imagine, like, the hard work that the people in the office, the people in IT put in to just print those notes to go and put them for you, and then you go on and misuse it. In my office,
which is my office.
yeah, but you don't know about this.
Okay.
The men's urinal,
Yeah.
like they've put signs there that says move closer. It's not as big as you think.
Oh my God! Because guys are just missing left, right, and
That's
center.
the funniest shit ever.
No,
man.
wait. So for us who don't have more members or urinals,
Yeah.
what does this mean? That somebody just
They're
stands
spraying.
and just thinks that itafika to.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
what the fuck is wrong with people though?
And what's that thing in basketball called a 3-pointer? What's that?
Yeah,
the shot?
yeah.
Hey.
Ati- She wasn't with me
bro.
when I was shooting in the gym. And
Yo, but-
unahata.
We've talked about sitting in the latrine. I've remembered like a relative of mine got a house help
Yeah.
from Shags, and now she didn't know how to use a toilet. Like she stood on top of the toilet.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's the
squatted.
common one. Yeah, I've seen that. The previous office where I worked at.
Don't
The previous office where I worked at. Is that how you use the
laugh.
toilet?
Don't laugh. No.
No. I've just
'Cause
remembered
he's
something I used to do as a kid in regards
same
to that.
shit?
No. It's not the same
okay.
shit. But
No, but like the previous office where I used to work at, yeah, it's like it had no standards. So what would happen?
someone like stand on the seat.
Imagine.
I've seen that before.
You're joking.
Now, but the beauty about it is at least they'd wear a tissue. I think they'd remove their shoes. I don't know, guys. You know, this thing called toilet, I don't think everybody knows how to use it. And fun fact, only half the world has access to toilets.
Yeah. My first ever flight to Jeddah, I never used the bathroom in that plane because
Your first flight to where?
Why?
to-
People were
to-
not
to
using the
Saudi Arabia.
toilet, correct?
Yeah, they were actually doing that. Like you go and see someone has like stepped. You'll see like shoe prints on the toilet seat, and that even makes them miss. And it was babes using it to like go and number one. So it's
Wait, so
everywhere.
you're doing number one. You could easily just sit on this thing, but then you're just like, what's the fun in that? Let's make it an extreme sport. What if not all of it goes in?
Imagine.
It would even be great. Let's challenge myself by standing on it. In fact, let me stand straight.
And this seat is even bigger than a plane's bathroom.
Guys,
Now, can you imagine someone standing on top
So
of it?
my question
What
is,
the hell?
what makes you how sure are you that they are squatting? They could be standing straight.
Honestly.
Nah,
I mean,
the footprints on the toilet
Yes,
seat.
they're standing on the toilet.
Yeah.
Like
but like they're
standing
probably
straight.
standing.
I don't know, guys. Clearly people don't know how to
Wow.
use the toilet. And so
Damn.
I'm going to be recording a video as HR to show people how to use toilets because and I know, it sounds funny, but I genuinely think people don't know how to use the toilet. Right?
People
And
just don't have common courtesy when
No,
they're in
yeah,
public
there's
because
those
they
ones.
don't treat their own toilet like that.
Yeah, there's those ones
Yeah.
for sure. But have you ever gone to someone's house and patada deuce in the toilet?
Ati?
Have you ever gone to someone's house and patada deuce in the toilet? Touchanda mind which other woman, and then guys thought it came from inside me. A deuce. Like mtu amekuachia lori.
No, I haven't.
Hapo ama a guest has come over. Umemfeed 2 feet alafu ameenda ameblock choo yako na shonde.
I have a friend who had to pick up his douche because it wasn't.
I knew it. No.
It wasn't flushing. Yeah.
And then he took it where?
Yeah, I won't name the person. You know him.
He took it outside.
Yeah, right now he's such a distinguished gentleman, man. I can't throw him under the bus like that.
Stop!
And can you imagine? It was a babe's house.
It refused to flash, it was too big.
Yeah,
It
Both.
refused to flush because
it refused to flush. He had to pick it up, go through
Oh
it, come
my
back,
fucking
wash his hands,
goodness.
and
man.
act like nothing happened.
and then he still went and collared those things.
I think so.
Guys,
By the time it gets to Usiku, you forget.
guys, do you know that most people who go to the toilet, from my research, well, I can speak for ladies, they don't wash their hands. Carrie, babes don't wash their hands.
For real?
I'm telling you. I'll be in the toilet there. I'm taking my time because for me, I realized that it's easy to skip washing your hands, right?
Yeah.
And so it's easy. Maybe you're in a hurry, you're just you think it's, but then I'm very, when I go to the toilet, it's the only time when I'm very slow with my movement.
Yeah.
Everything else you'll see, I'm very fast. But when I go to the toilet, I make sure that, because, like people will clean their hands with tissue and then they'll throw it in and then it clogs the toilet. So every time you come, you find tissue.
Yeah.
Even tissue. I don't want to see your fucking tissue, bitch. Flush that shit. You are not a doctor in the middle of surgery. There's no baby who's on a pot boiling. What's the hurry?
Yeah.
Take your time, flash that toilet paper. But then the best part, when I'm in the toilet, I'm hearing babes, and then she susus, she checks herself in the mirror and she's out.
Yeah.
She sat at her desk. I'm not saying it's our office. It's our office. And she sat at her desk and she's continuing with life. And she's chomoked from doing a number 5. How do I know?
Number 5.
It smells like number 5.
No shit.
Right? Yeah. So people don't wash their hands. Now, if that's babes, just imagine, guys.
Yeah, I know guys who don't wash their hands, and no, we need to stop talking about this office like this, because people
I'm not talking about my office.
Yeah, I'm also not.
I go to the toilet.
Yeah, I'm not talking about it, but yeah, there's a guy who didn't wash his hands, and this guy would find you eating and just try and taste your food.
And maybe they've come from dropping that shonde,
yeah, be
then he
like
has picked it and gone and thrown. Then he has come for your fries.
What's this? Oh, crisps.
I don't
You're
do
like,
that.
just take it.
I don't do. Yeah, you give.
Speaking of dropping a huge deuce, I know someone, like a friend of a friend, like this is not a made up story. Like someone I know personally was telling me this happened to her friend.
Yeah.
She felt like taking a number 2 and a baby came out.
That was easy.
What?
What?
She didn't know she was pregnant. She just felt like taking
No,
I'm serious.
No, guys.
I'm dead serious.
Guys, when I said we make this episode interesting,
No, I'm dead. No.
She didn't know.
She just felt like taking.
No, wait, hold
I'm
up.
dead serious.
Yeah, that's
She
okay.
just had chubulu. She's like, I swear it was a baby.
No.
That's
guys, bro, it's not the first time these things have happened.
no.
That's
start from-
okay.
I'm dead serious.
That's okay.
Start from
Yeah,
the
a baby
beginning.
can
I'm
come
dead
out, but
serious.
she didn't know she was
She didn't know
pregnant.
she was
No.
pregnant.
Carrie, stop. Don't fast forward. Reverse. Start again.
9 months she didn't have her period. She
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah,
She shelled
maybe
the
like,
baby.
I'm late.
She cause even when you're about to give birth, you're usually told if you feel like pooping, don't. The baby's about to come out.
From the diabs.
Not from the diabs, but like the feeling. You know that feeling of when you feel like going number 2 a lot when you're on your period.
Yeah.
Now imagine it amplified. So whenever you're about to go into labor and you feel like going to the toilet, that's now when the doctor tells you it's time to push.
All right.
So
the baby's
pushing for
coming.
number 2 and
Yeah.
pushing like from Bele
Same,
is
same.
all the
Women
same.
even shit themselves.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Women
right?
even like shit themselves and they are pushing.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So did she?
They came out at the same time. What? See, because that's what it feels like.
Hey, my mom used to tell me she did miss cesarean because I can't have come out with Shonde. You know the way you're the shit.
Bro, do you know how hard you're pushing? Literally.
As you were tu hapo na mashen. Hey,
Yeah.
okay, guys, can we move from this story for Shonde?
But
Ama you find someone, why you light on this side? You say it's a birthmark.
Hey.
Do
You know,
last
five
one,
people have
last
shown
one.
up in my head immediately.
Yeah. Bro, you'd be
Ati the
surprised.
Shonde kwama don't they face? No, that's not what we said, guys.
No, you'd be surprised how much women don't really understand their bodies. Even me, like another friend of a friend, she didn't know she was pregnant until like 7 months into her pregnancy.
Yeah.
7 months, like you no period.
Yeah.
Like she just thought she was stressed. You know,
Babes
like
miss their periods. Let me tell you,
regularly.
Carrie,
For 7 months.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
something? Like,
No,
you know,
actually 8 months.
can
She
I tell
found
you
out when she was 8
something?
months,
Right?
yeah.
You see this? This is a machine.
It's a machine.
Okay? You see this? This is the manual. Aina's content.
Aina?
P.
This one?
P. Every day we are still finding out new things
Us,
about
we
this
can miss our
body.
period because we are stressed, man.
Yeah. So, and you can miss your period for like, I know people who've gone like months,
Yeah.
never seen their period. And then
Man.
when it shows up, like I know, who was that? Because of an implant. And then when the
Yeah.
period showed
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, she actually thought she was
Floodgates.
dying clots
Yeah.
of like big chunks, like we're going to catch up on all the
You
periods.
get me?
Like, boom,
Boom.
like
Yeah.
blocks. Like this same body,
This
man.
body. Wow.
And then at the same time, there's a baby coming out when you're shelling.
Bro.
Shell it down.
Bro.
Anyway,
Like being a woman is very interesting. Anyway.
Hey, yani, wewe unajua nilikunini.
Yeah. So she went like, and then like, even when she was telling this story, she was like, I just felt like nilikuwa nimeshiba sana. Like, because like she was those slim body babes, you know what I mean? Like flat tummy, So she was like, I just thought nilikuwa nimeshiba. Yeah. And then like my stomach felt a bit hard. I was like, hey, kwani nimekulaje? So she just continued her life drinking, nini. Like how she didn't know she was pregnant. So one time she was like, hey, let me just go and get checked. So the doctor tells her, madam, you are 7 months pregnant. Come for your next checkup in 2 weeks. We figure out when you're going to come and be admitted to give birth. Her next appointment, she was like, the baby's coming now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also my sis as well. I found out she was pregnant when she was in the hospital. The second kid, my elder sis. And even Ivy?
Yeah.
Like even when she was pregnant, you couldn't tell.
Exactly, especially the first baby, because it's like your body refuses to expand. And the second one, you know immediately your body has adjusted to expanding like that. Right. But the first one...
Now that we've sufficiently confused Kerry,
we can move on.
Remember, I promised you guys in this episode, we're going to talk about Afro Kinky. And there's something I said in the last episode. I said, threesome start from?
Uganda.
Yeah.
What was that about?
So, Joyce told me a story. And my head was just like, this episode, we're calling it Afro Kinky. Take it away.
So, there's this tribe in Uganda. Ugandans, we love you. Imagine this is not at like beef.
You guys, even Ugandans love us.
You guys are like, y'all are interesting AF. So I think they're called the Banyakole tribe. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. So, when a man and a woman get married, the first thing they do is
sex.
Consummate the marriage.
Consummate.
Right? So before consummating the marriage, in this particular tribe, the auntie will have sex with the new husband to confirm that his skills are, worthy.
Are you worth our daughter?
Yeah. So I don't know if this happens before they do the vows or after they do the vows. I didn't bother to ask because it was too damn interesting.
Does he get to pick which auntie?
That's a very good question. No, that's a very good question. But when you hear, in traditions, when you hear auntie, do you think they're going to pick at the hot one, the one who's 38?
No, but
no, listen. They pick the mamas. But anyway, so she's going to have sex with the husband to confirm that his skills are, sambamba. And then after that, she goes and tells her niece, your guy is good. Now go in and I will watch you guys do it. Yeah. Or listen in.
Now just imagine you are that guy for 30 seconds. You're that guy. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. And then you're finished. And this is my auntie. You know what report she'll give my whole family.
Imagine.
And then now, all this happens in one night, like there's a water break in between.
I don't even know.
Like you finish with the auntie and then...
Only guys would ask these kind of questions. You're not
ready
flabbergasted. You want to choose the auntie.
You just imagine that your family is telling you that you have sex. If this is not what you call Afro Kinky, this, the way Africans say that kink comes from Europeans.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones who brought the kink. Isn't there a community Isn't there a community where the auntie sits in on your first time with your person?
Yeah.
Like you've married a babe, so we have to make sure that she's a virgin. Yeah. So what do? We sit there. Doesn't that sound like watching?
Pretty much.
As in, basically, if white people say, "Oh my God," me and John, let's call him John. Me and John invited Joyce over to watch us, and it was so much fun. She was just sitting in the corner, and it just made me come so hard, right?
Yeah.
We'd just be like, "What in the Western culture is going on?" Right?
Some white people.
But if I say, "Hi, halafu nona my auntie, she came, and of course she had to see that this man can be able to satisfy me properly.
Yeah.
And so she was seated there in the corner with her stool. Very traditional, right?
Just
call it tradition. But guys, call it what it is. Afro Kinky. Exactly.
Yeah.
You have a watcher.
That's a menage
and you think she seated there just say, Alhamdulillah. Mtoto wetu amepata bwana mzuri.
Yeah.
You think she's not getting turned on?
Yeah. But my issue with this whole thing is the double standards. Mind you, same tribe, the same auntie will come and check your virginity as a woman to confirm that you're still a woman. How do you think virginity is checked? Virginity is checked?
They have to check your
fingers inside you.
Yes, they finger you, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I saw one from, is it Swaziland or KwaZulu-Natal, right? And basically, there's a it's called the virginity test.
Yeah.
right? And they have all these virgins, and well, of course you can see the picture here. You can see the virgins. They've put the aunties. It's not guys who are checking them. The aunties sit down. They put blankets like this, and you get into the nini, and then bado.
Yeah, they basically
So, but now
Afro Kinky, Afro Kinky shall continue.
While checking, see, they might break the seal.
Yeah, no, you know she's a professional.
But I feel like that's such a backward way of doing it, because the hymen can break between any point of a girl's life, especially if you're physically active, if you did sports, if you rode a bike, if you... So
Please explain.
Your hymen was left on the bike.
No, not on the bike.
Is it called high bike or hymen?
Please.
It has to be a man that can break it.
I'm so sorry for asking.
Hymen.
But please explain this whole riding a bike and breaking the hymen thing. Is it like those bikes now?
Okay, so I've had. Let me just say so I've had. Let me just say so I've had.
Ushaendesha bike hiyo kiti iko na shida.
Let me just say
the kiti goes up.
Let me just say so I've had. But the issue is, women are expected to be virtuous, and then men are expected to be harlots. Like, so, I mean, make it make sense.
Look, we're not talking about morality here. Here we're talking about Afro Kinky.
Yeah.
Are you ready for another one? So, I can't remember which community it is. I think it's in West Africa. Is it West African? And basically, yes, it's a West African community. And basically what they do, you know that karuma they used to have at Sijui Masais, were like if you find a spear on the entrance of the Masais,
you don't come in.
There's a random moran in there.
Who has come for your baby?
You know the way you're coming from work, then you're just saying, hey, Leo, Joyce ataniona.
Kumbe, there's a spear outside your
Then
hat.
you come to the crib, you put a spear outside the hat, you're like, all right, let me give this guy time. Watch and Rudi Badai.
Imagine.
There's a community that does that. As in, basically, any guy who shows up, you gonna get some.
Yep.
So what? You don't leave the house?
No, as in, you just decide, ay, damn.
Najisikia na nani leo.
You know, like when you want to go to a toilet. You don't choose that lazima I go to the toilet at home.
Niko na craving.
Exactly. You come on a craving pali tu ko pam unaingia.
Yeah, and speaking
I'll go
of...
to work with my wife, bana. Unamwacha home alafu ndo kuja upate mtu amespia.
And the work you're talking about, you're forgetting you're a herdsman. You're taking her to the sweetie kuna lion. Simama nyuma yangu. Stand behind me. Because you don't have to be shag. Let her be shag.
Yeah.
She better be the homie, man.
Yeah.
Like we all go there.
Yeah, we're all fighting,
We will all fight that
we are
lion.
in this together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then now around the same...
And also, hold on. Isn't it interesting that those Amazonian babes who fight are called the homies?
Yeah, man.
The homies.
Carry on.
Dahome. There's also a tribe from the Fulani tribe, I can't remember the actual name, where now babes are actually encouraged to be promiscuous.
Yeah, see, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the
no,
Fulanis.
you said for men. I'm saying women. Now women are encouraged. You go sleep around, not sleep. Okay, basically be promiscuous until you find the man who satisfies you and get married.
Are you hearing this shit? Yeah. So I think there's so much about Africa we don't know.
Yeah.
When we
History
talk
of
about
virginity, it came with the white people.
Yeah, when we talk about kink, immediately your relatives be like, hey. But then I'm just like, auntie, didn't you finger me?
Yeah.
No, it was for family practices.
It was for tradition.
Professional. It was not. I didn't feel good. I didn't even look. I didn't look.
Oh my goodness.
And then you're sitting there over lunch with your auntie.
Yeah.
And she said, Joyce, go and get for me something from nashinda ukini. Unaongea hivyo na wazazi wako hawajui hauna hymen. Nilikutetea. I teteed you and pretended that you had. Juana, she doesn't have hymen.
There's also another one that I forgot to mention. It's called something cleansing, where a certain man will come and have sex with with like either a widow or a virgin, and it's to cleanse your I don't know, your aura or some shit.
So for
like
example,
that.
Apparently, if you've just started your period, they get some random guy to shag you.
Yes, exactly.
If you've just basically different parts of your life, so actually they're getting you ready.
Yeah,
and also to stop you from being promiscuous.
Yeah.
You know, Africans, we have some crazy kinky shit going on.
There's
Because even when AIDS was on, right, when it was a pandemic, you know, now it's of course you can take PrEP, you can do whatever. People are living. Magic Johnson's still alive, guys.
Yeah.
So. Before, when it was a problem, right?
Pandemic.
When there was people were just dying like flies. There was a community here that was shagging virgins. And they had started the story that if you get HIV, you can cleanse yourself
with a virgin.
Yeah, with a
exactly.
virgin, yeah.
So they were raping a lot of young children in the name of exactly. And believe me when I tell you, there's still some people who think like this.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
You saw that pastor who proposed to
the widow. Yeah.
At the husband's funeral.
And she said yes.
Wait a damn minute.
She was dressed up in like the funeral attire.
Wait a damn minute.
Just let me explain to you.
She said
you know how
yes.
you go for a funeral and then you say, "Aki, God utanionekania lini," and God is just like, "I'm gonna turn that
Right
funeral
now,
into a wedding."
The turnover time is real quick.
He dead, you move on. And you can't blame her though. I mean, marriage is only till death do you part.
She finished the contract.
Stop it.
She gets a brand new one then.
Excuse me?
You're excused. Unafikiri ati mtu wako atakuwa ati hoi, I cannot live without Joyce.
Let me tell you, I will resurrect. I will be the Lazarus in that. How dare you?
The worst part is the casket is right there. The pastor is he's officiating the funeral and going down on one knee.
Bro, the same guy who was officiating is the same guy who proposed.
Yes.
Yeah. You've never had you only leave a
in
job.
The Twilight Zone?
You only leave a job when you have a new one, man. Like this babe already had a like the new contract is already set over there. Yeah, it's done.
Akili mtu wangu, akili.
Man.
Yeah, brains.
Hakuna grace period sijui figure out myself.
Look, there's some of us we don't want to be widows.
You just want to be
when the window of opportunity shows up. Strike.
Yo.
While the body is hot.
Yo.
Right? Strike while the body is hot. Yeah, people
and
be like
I
that.
thought herdsmen having with animals was the weirdest thing I'll hear today.
Thank you. Hallelujah. And please, Aki Kerry, you missed a whole conversation I had with Joyce Jana. So.
What the hell were you talking about?
We're talking about Afro Kinky.
Yeah.
Right? After she told me that story of Nini's drink. The auntie.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, hold my drink. So, apparently, and you can confirm it in the comment section.
Yeah.
So, bestiality in Western culture is, right?
Yeah.
In fact, you'll hear, back in the day, there used to be stories that, Europeans come here, they make babes shag their animals.
Yeah.
You've had such stories.
Yeah, I've heard of stories. Mostly it used to happen with Germans.
Yeah.
I was going to say Germans, but I didn't want to say.
Yeah.
I grew up in the coast, so like babes were even being told that this German guy will come through.
Germans.
Yeah, will come through and tell you that they love you. They'll take you there, and then you fika there, and then you realize that you're being brought to be the girlfriend to the dog.
The dog. As in his body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and you have to like cater to this dog's needs and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Should we give it time? We just don't have it. So, thing is, bestiality is, even as we talk about it right now, you can see people just going, no, guys, no. But there's so many stories on the continent of herds people, right? The boy has taken the cows. Yeah, he's gone. He's in the wild for like 3 weeks. He's horny. The goat is just
after 3 months.
Shag me. The cow is saying, I want more.
And we're both horny.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Right? Apparently.
You need to be stopped.
I'm just saying, apparently, so you have people who have intercourse with their animals. Right? So, in different parts, I've had here in East Africa, people shagging their goats, right? I've had rumors of storos in TZ where small boys have been shagging ducks, right? Guys, I can't confirm this. I said rumors, right? But this is not a rumor. This one that I'm about to tell you. I would love to show you clips, but I don't want to be dealing with copyright shit.
You get me.
There's a Vice documentary that they did in 2011. This is the donkey sex of Colombia, right? You watched it.
I did.
You have kids as young as 7, boys, saying, I spend time with the donkey, he teaches me. So you're even encouraged, right? To exactly.
That is good practice. It's good for
practice.
Yeah,
right?
for practice. Before you have sex with a woman, you need to practice with a
donkey.
Bro, wanapanda stool, bro. Na wanatuonesha, right? It's been censored, though. You can watch it. But then what got very interesting is this one guy who got addicted to the donkey. He's married, right? So even the wife knows that sometimes he taps there.
I didn't make it that far into the documentary, to be
Bruv,
quite
that-
honest. I
as in,
didn't.
This was 2011.
Like, once I had this guy say that at him,
Wait.
But
what?
guys,
So
you know, I
she's
watched this
co-wives with
content
the donkey.
for simply for just to understand the
information,
human
yeah.
condition.
There's this guy who was
right?
saying he's the guy I had saying, yeah, it's good for practice before you nini with a woman, you practice with a donkey first. And then he was saying it helps elongate the
Thank
member. Like it
So,
stretches out the member.
before you-
It improves what? I'm like,
Gaff.
why are you lying?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Right now, before you judge,
This is how-
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. That was me yesterday.
Afro Kinky.
Kenny.
Remember, this topic is Afro Kinky, right?
Yeah.
Africans, we sit on a high horse and say, oh, those guys, they are so promiscuous, they are
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and that.
yeah.
But we have our own things going on. In fact,
Our shit
because we
stink
live in
too.
cities, you think everybody lives like you.
You know?
Right? And that's why I've said there are, and I'd love if you've had any of these stories, any story about bestiality. I mean, how many people have been found shagging the dog?
Yeah.
Right? Someone has been found shagging the I'm not saying only one community.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
widespread.
true.
Dogs,
Yeah,
right?
true.
goats.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is guys are fucked up.
Yeah.
Because babes, we are never busted doing any of these things.
It's true.
We are coerced to do them. But
Yeah.
niggas, you will clearly shag anything. Right?
Bro, there's some, I don't know if I can say this, but there's something a friend of mine told me a long time ago. I've never forgotten. She said, when it comes to guys, I'll try and translate it for my non-Kiswahili speaking friends. She was like, something I've learned about guys, when it comes to like getting it, shimo ni shimo.
Imagine.
Nah.
And that's so
Shimo.
true.
You know-
Not all guys. Not all guys.
Yeah,
right?
when it comes to getting it,
But
shimo
Carrie,
ni shimo.
you've never hatted. Have you been in a wilderness for 3 months? So you know what you'd probably
You know?
do. So
You
please,
haven't
with
even
all due
laid
respect.
eyes on a woman
But here's the
for
thing.
3 months.
Here's
Just
the
been
thing.
trekking.
If someone checks
At least
into
you're
prison
alive
1
and get
week,
your
I
hand,
remand.
man. Like, I won't judge you for that. But an animal, because that you might fall sick vibaya, because cows and goats,
You know
they
what
get
you're
they get UTIs
You're
and stuff.
thinking like a city guy.
Because-
Exactly. Machinani things are
I live
different.
with this
man.
cow. We drink the same water. It's susuing here. I'm showering with the water down there. Right? This
Sometimes
is
we
the
eat the
village.
same food.
Thank you. These people in Colombia,
Yeah.
right? It's also not the city.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
sure
not the
this is not
city.
a story of all Colombia.
That's how you get
right?
STIs that you can't even explain. Like,
man.
where they're from.
Which is a question Dave Chappelle was asking the other day in one of his old stand-ups. And he was like, this story about where HIV came from. And it got me thinking yesterday.
Yeah.
Unajua zile stories za Jaba.
Yeah.
All right.
Eh?
Kama mtu wacha kutupatia story. Ati HIV came from shagging a monkey. Right? Do you think someone can shag a monkey and then say, today I feel like shagging a monkey. And then tomorrow says, nah, I'm going to go back to babes. No, if you shag monkey only. So it's not possible that you went and shagged the monkey and then
And
give
then
it to a
came back,
person.
yeah.
No, but it is possible because you just told us about this
Thank
guy
you,
who had a
thank you,
donkey
thank
and
you.
a wife. So
Thank you.
basically transferring
It's
whatever
possible.
is in that
It's
donkey
possible.
onto another human being.
Yeah.
And with biology, man, it's
Do you know
crazy.
where all these problems start from? Joyce,
Where?
I diagnosed it to the T.
What?
It's men. They are the weakest link.
They are.
Think of it like
they
this.
are.
Everywhere you go in the world.
They are.
Everywhere you go in the world.
Yeah.
Nguvu za kiume stories is the only topic.
I
Like
swear.
you'll be seated in your moti with your kids and there's a hawker coming to you and saying nguvu za kiume. Like
They even post
he's
us
telling to you
in your neighborhood.
how to make the man,
Yeah.
have sex.
And especially African men. Like
Blue
with their,
You know, animals
yeah.
don't clean them. Me, like, I'm still on this.
Oh, you're
thing.
still
you
on
need to
this
move
story.
on.
No,
We already said we don't have time. We move on.
Let me just say this. So these people, you stop shagging donkeys and animals because animals don't
They
clean
don't watch
themselves.
Boxpod,
Animals
the
don't
people
clean
who are doing
themselves
these
when they're
things.
from the
They watch,
bathroom,
they watch.
so they don't know. They don't know the whole movement of how.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry,
they
what?
don't clean themselves when they're from the bathroom. So they don't know the whole movement of how to like wipe properly, where you're supposed to start from front to back. So like everything mixes up with it, and then you're go and put your stuff in there.
We
man.
didn't need
Like,
a visual,
like,
Kerry. We're already traumatized.
It's not visual. I'm just painting the picture.
We didn't need a visual.
Anyway, all I'm saying, guys, remember this thing is real. And I think when they put it in the Bible, they just didn't know. They didn't want to you know how like when you say you the sees need to, right? It would be you'd be like isolating
two,
one
like,
community. So honestly, I think the Bible they would just want to say, man, can you stop shagging animals? But then they say bestiality is wrong.
Yeah.
Babes shag
But it
dogs
was-
as well.
But they should have said
What?
men.
Dogs shag
Men.
babes. No. How can a babe shag a dog?
Me, I've had storos, yeah.
So she's riding the dog. Anyway, no,
As
I
in,
don't know how to go deeper into
making
this.
the-
I know if I don't.
No, you make the dog like it. Me,
No.
I've had
Carrie, we're
storos.
skipping this part. We're skipping this part. I want to ask a question, right?
Yeah.
You know who's the most confident human being on this planet? Ashore, a young girl who's in a lojo with her sponyo who's in his 60s, and she's watching him taking the blue pill, knowing very well that this heart can stop.
Maybe that's what
Right?
she wants.
How
So she
many
gets his
sto-
money.
But you are there to witness. You want to witness someone dying.
No, of course not.
Like what? As in, I find that so crazy. How many times do you hear a story of? As in, almost every week there's
Yeah.
a story, at least 1 or 4, right? A man checked into the hotel
With a
took
young babe,
He was
yeah.
found dead, right?
After
What do you think this
Lungula.
guy was doing in the motel, right? Blue pills in a patikana
They weren't
hapo.
brushing each other's
Because
hair.
I'm just saying, honestly, guys.
And this guy is married.
Not in a bad way.
Kibwana cha mtu.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, not in a bad way. This is the weakest link.
Honestly, do you know
guys-
it's even
you
now
guys are the
causing?
weakest sex,
You don't know it's
honestly.
even causing
I mean,
impotence.
Bro. Like all you have to do is just go to the doki. He gives you the proper plan of how to use this thing, and then it's a secret between you and one person.
Yeah.
Now, when you take that blue pill and you die in a hotel, right? The kids are being called, Papa has been found in the motel.
Naked and dead. Oh, that's a bad
He
way
had
to
taken
break
some
news.
dawa. Can you imagine,
You
bruv?
know?
And then-
Ati because he was going to get some.
And then you put her like them mixing it up. You mix it up with an energy drink.
You
Drink,
know,
and then you may
or like other
Yeah.
things.
bring that
No,
Johnny Walker.
an energy drink, not even that. Because even like when your heart is frayed like that, you put the blue pill.
and then an
mix it with
energy drink, your heart just do.
Yeah, but let me ask you. Okay, old guys, I can understand. Your member has given up on you. Your member retired when you retired from Jubo,
You
right?
know? Young guys,
Why would a young guy who's 25,
you know,
who's 18, be taking the blue pill?
For
Where's
fun
this
times.
pressure coming
For
from?
Hiyo ndo
Fun times.
mwanzoni na mwishoni.
Honestly,
For
where
fun
is this
times.
pressure coming from? Right?
don't know.
Ama he's just trying to look like a sponyo.
nah, man. I
'Cause
think it's.
babes
I
do.
don't know if it's peer pressure. I don't know if it's for fun times. And I was being told, it's causing impotence in young men. Like if you start taking these things at 25, do you know the blue pill was originally invented for heart problems?
Oh, for
And
real?
the blue pill was invented for heart problems, but when they tested it on men,
Yeah.
they found out it ended up giving them a
Hard
boner
ons.
instead.
Oh, for
So
real?
they made the money from it either way. So you, who has a perfectly functioning heart, a perfectly functioning member, you decide to take a blue pill at 26.
Yo, let me get this
At
straight.
to see how, I don't know how long you can last or something. What is wrong with you?
So
You're
what kind-
ruining yourself.
What kind of upside down scientist do you have to be? Scientist Muitu, who's never stepped into a school for science, right? You create a pill,
Yeah.
you use all your science,
Yeah.
and say, this one is going to fix the heart.
Yeah.
Then it ends up creating a boner
Yeah.
that then stops your heart.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Imagine.
the drug you made to fix hearts actually stops hearts.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, what we're seeing is the Matrix. Enter Brian Mwenda.
The Matrix.
Brian Mwenda.
Uh-huh.
Guys, did you
That
see
man,
the story?
he escaped the Matrix.
Did you see the story of
Because
that
there's
guy?
no way such a story exists.
That guy is a
That
hero,
guy escaped the
man.
Matrix.
All right, for our for our international viewers, a few weeks ago we've been the country has been inundated with news of this guy who has been in the news because he's a fake lawyer.
Yeah.
The guy has never been to any, allegedly has never
Who
been
was
to
he
any.
defending, first of all? Because when the person he was
Sure, I'll tell you
defending,
the story.
okay, yeah.
So he's never been to any law school, but then he's been doing cases, right?
Yeah.
And successfully, he has won 26 cases in court.
Bro.
Right? Interestingly, when the LSK, that's the Law Society of Kenya, elections were happening, the guy was there at the front. Yeah! Nobody at this point is like, now who you? Hii breath yake inanuka nika hajaienda law school. Right? Nobody would ever even suspected, right? Recently, this guy was defending Mananjenga, who former Mungiki leader,
Yeah.
who had been had a court case, right? And I think he had been abducted as well, he claims.
Yeah.
Who was there addressing the press?
Oh, it
It
was
was
that
him.
guy.
You know, I tell people, if you go and do some conmanship, right?
Yeah.
Con men get caught when they get cocky.
Yeah, true.
Because this guy could have continued doing this shit
for the rest of his
in
life.
the behind the scenes, just win the cases, go home.
Yeah.
But the guy decided, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we gonna do? We gonna start doing press conferences. And someone is like, yo, hold up. See that nigga? That nigga likanyaga law school lini. He forgets that you live in a society of haters.
Yeah.
And there's a hater who's just like, hold my drink.
Yeah.
This
Wait,
guy has never been to school.
Yeah, be like, do you remember this guy? Was he in your class?
Yeah.
No. In yours? No.
You know
Forget
what?
class. Funny, you have friends who know busy a job and I'm saying.
Man.
And then the next thing the guy is in court.
Man.
But I know. Probably this is not how this guy got to become a lawyer, but his story is just like this guy from Suits.
Exactly, yeah.
Because the guy in Suits in that drama series, man, the guy is a college dropout.
Yeah.
Never finished law school.
Yeah.
And he's a big time lawyer, hasn't lost a case.
Yeah.
Man.
It's just like
He's just really
Just
smart.
like Brian.
You know.
Just like
But I
Brian,
think
man.
I have a feeling, I don't know why, but I get a feeling that Brian was out here bragging about how he's winning cases and he
He's not
doesn't
gone.
have
You think so? Yeah.
that degree.
Yeah.
He gives me that vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah, like he
why.
actually
You know
told
how
someone,
lawyers
yeah.
in Kenya wanakuanga na some
Meloned friend.
braggadociousness.
My learned friend.
Yeah.
If you're not understanding, I'm just like, bro,
I'm
who's
like,
a
shut up
learned
your
friend?
mouth. Speak Kiswahili.
Dude,
Please.
we can do law even without going to
You
school.
know what I
bro.
mean? Yeah. So I have a feeling he might have gotten like super cocky and even bragged about the fact that he didn't even go to law school and he's winning cases that his fellow lawyer, learned friends cannot win. I have a feeling. I could be wrong. But moral of the story is free this man. 26 cases without a degree. Free this man, my guy. Free Brian Mwenda. That's unpopular opinion. Free him.
Imagine even for me, I feel like this guy is
Free
a hero.
that man.
You know why? Because the government keeps telling us create your own jobs.
Yeah. He did that, exactly that.
A guy
You
does,
get me?
creates his own job and then you guys come for him. Nigga.
Like this, yeah.
But just imagine the pressure you have if you're a lawyer that studied, you've even gone to the Institute of Massachusetts, you've come back
Then
to
you came,
Kenya,
you did
you've
them
studied to do where,
law
and then you
school
go,
of Kenya,
you're in court today, right? And
you
then
can't
the
win.
judge says, you have lost the case. I'm your client. I'm like, brother,
I'll go
do you
free
understand?
Brian Mwenda.
Do you understand that there are people
Do you know?
winning cases without going to
degrees.
school?
You know, people are quick to accuse Brian Mwenda. Mwenda. Yeah, but do you know where like we actually draw the line and you don't choose to accuse other people?
Where?
Radio and TV presenters who never went to media
saw
school.
that.
But let me ask you a question.
I saw
Yo,
that.
but
Yeah.
listen, let me tell you something, right? There's a difference between a radio journalist
Yeah.
and a radio presenter, a
Uh-huh.
radio DJ,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A radio DJ, you don't even need to go to learn journalism. You just
Yeah.
have to have charisma,
Yeah.
right?
Simple.
And understand the
personality.
tenets of broadcasting,
Yeah.
right? Just know the guidelines of broadcasting.
Yeah.
But a radio journalist, you want to read the news, you want to understand, you gotta go to school
You
for that,
have to,
right?
yeah.
Now, ni shida yangu wewe ulienda ukaanza kusoma how to be a radio presenter without googling how you can get the job. Yeah, Brian Mwenda, free Brian Mwenda, my
Free
nigga.
Brian Mwenda.
Yeah.
Me and
We also
popular
have another
opinion,
crop
man.
of people, the herbalists who call themselves doctors, and they are all over. Like
Mganga.
yeah.
Which doctors?
Daktari.
Yeah, daktari.
No,
completely.
it's because in English it's witch doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can't call themselves a witch doctor.
Daktari. Witch doctor. Daktari wa kutibu.
Daktari wa kutibu nini?
See, because you're
No,
asking,
so you're
which
asking
doctor.
which doctor?
See, it's a
Wow,
witch
it
doctor.
took you a minute.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, but
Ati those
Imela.
guys are fake.
no.
How can you say Mganga is fake? You, which doctor?
No, so the way they call themselves a doctor.
Listen. You can't tell me that guy is not a doctor. You know why?
Daktari
Why?
If
Zabibu.
this guy can do daktari stuff with his eyes and you guys kwamana, like you get stuck.
You get
right?
me?
And then you go to a doctor and the doctor says, I don't know how it's this. I don't know how to
happens.
get you because they don't know how to get you unstuck. So you have to go back to them Mganga. And then Mganga says,
Bus. Gone.
you're asking which doctor? That doctor.
That doctor.
That's the doctor I want.
Bro, you haven't seen this poster that's been trending at Daktari sijui wa nini, and then he's listed all the things that he can help you with, and then
Yeah.
over there he put KRA. I was like, what's that number again?
Bro, they even have one for
Alisema sijui nguvu za sijui za nini, Lord, sijui nini, and then he put
0, 3, 1.
KRA. I was like, what's that number?
the best I saw is this guy saying, Ati, he can tibu you. It used to be outside there, Galana.
Yeah.
Ati, he can tibu you so that even people who you owe money,
Yeah, they
can
stop.
forget.
I think he had put something
That's
like
the
that.
doctor.
Yeah.
You're asking which doctor? That
Me,
doctor.
it was all fun and games until I saw KRA. I was like, 07. I don't want to be paying
But
taxes no more.
I think there's some things we need to accept that sometimes someone can actually pick up a skill out of experience and you get to teach them. Or they get to learn and they can be given that degree. Because how many politicians have got honorary degrees and they're called doctor so-and-so and they've never been to school out of it. But we are quick to judge someone like Brian Mwenda. I mean, a clear example is house helps. Do house helps go to school? But they get that profession.
What do you mean?
I'm at the school for house helps nowadays.
They're called house managers.
What are you talking about?
They're called house managers.
Skill. You're talking skill compared to
degree.
No skill compared to, you can't. Okay, well, Brian Mwenda, whatever I was going to say, Brian Mwenda has cancelled it.
You could learn something out of experience.
Yeah, it's true. But you carry, right? If Brian Mwenda, look, Brian Mwenda's mistake is that he lied, right? Because he could have gone. Okay, Mtata is not a lawyer.
Who?
Okay, Mtata.
I don't know who that is.
The guy who.
He always defends you.
He's always defending you.
Like Fuel Pandas is the guy who'll go to court.
Kenya Power, all sorts of things.
He will go.
He just goes to court and says, and you can do that. It's your right as a citizen of this country to say, no, I'm filing a case against these guys.
And so.
Right? I'm filing against KRA. You can file against anybody, right? But Okia doesn't lie to us that he's a lawyer.
Exactly.
Right? Brian's mistake is that
he lied.
Allegedly.
But
Brian is not being con is not just a Kenyan thing. Guys, let's take it international so I guys don't think it's just Kenyans who are thugs.
Yeah.
South Africa. Ata Brian Mwenda ni baby crass. But before we go to Brian Mwenda, let's just give an honorary mention to other people who have tried to con us. Not tried, successfully conned us until they were busted.
Yeah.
So do you remember that cop who was even impersonating, I think, the police, like one top police commandant, and he rose through the ranks, and nobody knew who he was. I think it was called Y something.
Rose through the ranks up until what position?
To the top.
Stop it.
Where do you guys live? Aki, don't make me Google.
When was this?
Guys, hit us up in the comment section. I think it was called Waiganjo or something like that. He was so popular. He rose through the ranks. He's not a cop.
Damn.
Wild.
Number two, there was a guy who was busted flying planes.
Yeah.
Never gone to pilot school. Right?
I think I remember
It's just like
about
driving a
that
car.
one.
Number one.
Shut up. It's
Right?
not like driving a car.
No, for real. You get the
How
skill.
many hospitals, pharmacies, Nakavalika, do you have people who have never gone to medical school with a clinic?
True.
Yeah. So you're going there, you're thinking,
cases, man.
Look, the easiest way to know is if you go to a clinic and you say, hey, my head is aching, and he says, okay, remove your clothes. Let's do an examination. Guys, don't wait for the expose. You are about to be the expose.
Get out.
Yeah,
Get
just
out
get
of
out.
there.
But now let's go to South Africa.
Let's go to the South African
Recently, and this case is actually currently going on in court because the guy has gone back to prison. So there's a guy called Thabo Nesta. Thabo Nesta, Thabo Bester. Read about this guy. This guy, I mean, this is what you call a super con. He was in prison for rape and murder, right? But then somehow managed to court this babe who is, like, let's say Janet Mbogwa, right? This is a Janet Mbogwa. She's a doctor. She's well-respected.
Learned, successful.
I mean, she's
popular.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's call her like Esther Arunga. You remember that story? Exactly.
Yeah.
Then she falls in love with this man. This man breaks out of prison. How? You might wonder. There was a prison fire, and allegedly he died in the prison fire. Wrong. You know how the guy was busted?
It to escape.
So they escaped together.
Yeah.
He went to it was a plan. So they escaped together, right? But then at some point, they love shopping and the large life. Yeah. So this guy is dead in South Africa. But then this babe is popular and so is he, right? So they take selfies. So no, someone took a photo and he was in the background. And then someone asked, isn't that Thabo?
Even that?
And that's how they started looking. They started unearthing his story. Do you know where the guy was busted? Here in TZ. They were busted here crossing the border from TZ into Kenya.
Stop it.
True story.
So they had already made it all the way from SA to Tanzania.
Now they were doing vacation manenos instead of running away, right? Now, what I found very interesting in this story, the most daring thing about this guy, like the way Brian was winning cases and then started getting cocky, even doing TV interviews and because nobody gonna get me.
Yeah.
Thabo was running a business from prison, like an agency. Okay? Like now, let's say, this one that hires you, right? This is his agency. So he'd have meetings, he'd be attending conferences, right, as a keynote speaker.
Yeah.
He's in his prison cell. So how is he doing it?
Yeah.
Naona ile background yenye unawekanga ya
Backdrop.
Skype.
Yeah.
Right? He works as that backdrop. He looks like he's on a yacht in Miami somewhere. And people will buy this shit.
Imagine.
This case is currently going on. So listen,
Confidence is key.
when I tell you, all right, Kenyans are, we do con stuff, but South Africa, hats off. Do I have a hat? I don't know.
But me question is, I want to know, how good was that
dick,
Mjuz?
man. For real.
Because how does someone with that kind of stature give up everything for one, a criminal, two, a con man?
Murderer and rapist.
Like he was in prison for murder
and rape.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
on top of that, God knows how many people he killed in that fake fire trying to fake his death.
Yeah.
And she still abandoned everything for this guy.
Love. It's
I want
love.
to know how good that
Yeah,
this
I
guy
don't think you can be digmatized to like that point for you to like throw away your life like that.
Right.
No, at some point you come to your senses. I don't refuse this
He probably has that on her.
No.
and she's probably in some business, man.
That's Kamote. That's the witch doctor we were talking about.
Which doctor? Which doctor?
That
Exactly.
doctor.
But you know what it is, yeah? This then negates the stereotype that men have that babes only love money.
Exactly. Because clearly,
Yeah. And that's
if
what
you
I
get
tell
it,
you.
you get it.
If you think a babe is kulaying your chums, right? That all a babe wants is money. So then find one who has money.
Exactly.
Then you
He found one who has money.
Yeah, and so she was not with him because of the money.
Exactly.
That's how we're going to end this conversation. But I want us to play a game. Before we get into the game, I want to tell guys, should we tell them this, the news?
The big news?
Meow, 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 meow.
Yes. Joyce has a baby.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Can you shut up your mouth?
Oh, okay.
You're going to manifest these things into my life and then I'm going to end up
Joyce
having
has
a
two
child.
babies.
Can you shut up your mouth?
Twins.
That's not
Joyce
the baby.
has twins.
No, Boxpod is about to have a baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, guys. We've been doing Boxpod for over a year now.
Yeah.
Right? And guys have been asking for it. And I think it's time. On the 2nd of December, we're doing our first live show.
This is how much we hope
Make sure
you're
you come
clapping.
through, man. Like, we put tickets out on sale for you to get
Information
your
is
tickets.
coming through.
Faces.
Yes.
More information, and it's not just going to be a live recording. Like, we'll have plenty.
Yeah, we got lots of surprises
of
for
stuff
you.
for you to do.
You know what's for me the most exciting is the fact that the audience is growing around the continent and the world. We have people watching from Australia, from the States, from the UK, from Turkey, right? And then, of course, on the continent, we have, lots of great viewers and they leave comments. Shout out to UG, we love you.
Yeah.
TZ, I don't know why you guys are not just saying, do we need to translate this thing?
Oh!
No, someone asked me to
Nah.
nongeanga kizungu mingi. For real. And then they put the flag of
TZ
TZ.
English is a
Yeah,
is
and
a
then
foreign
I
language.
swear, I'm not making fun of you. Stop laughing, Mungu.
The way I think to don't get Kiswahili mingi.
In TZ, English is a foreign language. I'm not
Yeah,
even joking.
but-
You've been there. It's a foreign language.
But we have a lot of great viewers from TZ, but not so many as we'd love. Rwanda is also growing. We love you guys. Nigeria, Ghana. So we're going to be having a live show. Why we're telling you in advance is so that if you want to come from wherever you are, you can come to the event on
Kenya,
the 2nd
yes.
of December.
Yep.
And guys, us guys are so crazy. We've not just planned just the live recording. Cancel that whole day. So you're with us the whole day. We've got the day, and then we have an after party.
Yeah.
Just the best vibes. Called the Hanye. So we're gonna be doing a time capsule of music from not a throwback. We're doing a time capsule. As in,
Nice.
we're getting into a time machine.
Yeah.
So once you get to the parking, you are in 2023. But once you get into the time capsule,
You'll
are
be
in
transported
between
back.
1990 and 2010. So
Yeah.
come through, get excited. We're going to be letting you know more details. The theme is bandana. So just
so
carry a bandana, rock a bandana, and even if you don't have one, we're selling them at the gate.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Find those bandana crop tops there. Nice.
That's what I'm planning to wear. Don't wear.
Don't wear it. You're just going to entice
Like,
That's
kill
what I'm
them
going to be
proper.
wearing.
Oh, okay.
Guys, did I ever tell you my story of the bandana top? One day we had
Ilifunguka.
Fladdies, not mine. So one
Oh,
day we had
Fladdies.
Fladdies.
Oh,
No,
man.
not Fladdies, Blackrock.
Now
We're in high
that's
school.
a time capsule
I
right
know,
there.
right?
That's a time capsule right
Blackrock.
there.
So we're
Hey?
at Blackrock, we're there having a good time. You know, it was high school lads.
Yeah,
You're looking-
yeah.
you
Wow,
have to
wow.
look cute,
Yeah.
right? So this babe was wearing, okay, that was the era. We were all wearing bandana tops,
We were,
okay?
we were.
So we've got our bandana tops on, This Chile, someone just flicked her bandana top like this. And then she wasn't
She
wearing
flashed
a bra.
everybody.
Let me just say this, right? she flashed her undergrown titties. Because I think exactly. But luckily for her, they had not grown so much. It was just like swollen nipples.
Can you imagine if someone flicked my bandana guy?
At Hanye? No, we're only allowing adults.
I'm saying at Blackstar. You know me, I've had boobs since I was like 15.
Bro, imagine at Black Rock.
Shit.
Unaonesha watu mataitai. Najua kuna matiti na mataitai.
I would have been the first Vera Sidika before Vera Sidika.
Bruv. But no, let me tell you, Africans don't rate titties. Sorry, girl. Ass over titties.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. No, but still, like the whole idea of like nudity back then was still very,
Yeah. All right, let's get into
a pic of a chick. She had big boobs, Maze. She had blacked out on the bar.
I've seen that one. She was
You've seen it, and she's like lying on it like this.
On the titties.
Yeah, I think we'll
like
put it
here.
here.
Like she put the titties on like the
Start picture.
nini, and then
Bruh.
leave us with our big
You've
boobs.
seen-
and then
you've
let's
seen
say
it now.
bruh.
Anyway, so are we ready for the game?
Yeah.
So today's game is simple. Can someone behind the camera time it for me? I'm timing you guys.
Because I'm
planning,
our timer.
Yeah, I'm planning to make it as simple as possible. How many seconds do you want? I'll give you guys 10 seconds for each.
Give Kerry 2 seconds.
So the game is called
Yeah.
My Baby Daddy Is. That's for Sheila, obviously. And for Kerry, it'll be My Baby Mama Is.
All right.
So I am going to describe a celebrity. I don't know how many seconds I should give you to get it. 20 seconds, 10 seconds?
10.
Let's do 10 seconds. I'm going to describe a celebrity without mentioning their name or their song or
Just hurry up,
anything
I'm pressed.
simple. Okay? Okay, sorry. So, Kwambox, this one is super easy. My baby daddy is my favorite Kisi in
Your
Kenya.
baby daddy is Nyashinsky.
Thank you very much. Carrie,
Okay. I didn't
we
even
already had this conversation, so let me try and make this easy for you, Carrie. Your baby mama is she had a baby with YG.
5, 4.
My baby
Mama had a
is-
baby with YG.
I have no idea.
It's
Summer Walker.
No,
I misled your
YG.
ass.
Is this time up?
Yeah.
Kelani.
That's what I said.
Oh,
I didn't say it.
I don't pay attention to that.
Me neither,
Ask me
bro.
like when YG
okay,
got shot.
So
Me, I have 1
Like, I
point.
know.
yeah, you have 1 point. You have 0. So your baby daddy is Kwambox. Has been in the industry for over 20 years. Was one of the first to ever do it. He called into a radio station to sing a song. That's how he got discovered.
I know this answer. He's Kenyan.
Yes.
I know this answer.
He's
Shit.
tall.
He's tall.
He's dark.
He's dark.
I won't ongeza clues wewe.
Okay, so
I see. That's
That's the whole point.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I know this. I know the answer
Our time
because
is
he's
up.
told me, but I can't remember. Okay, so it's calligraph.
no,
No, it's not.
25 years, 25 years.
Oh shit! It's nameless.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's told me this story. Shit. Yeah. All right. And Kerry, do you want to give up?
Carrie,
No.
okay, fine. Let me make this easy for you. Your baby mama is also a very well-known Kenyan singer from back in the day,
Yeah.
and just had her 3rd child.
My baby mama is Wahoo.
You see, I made it easy for you. I made it easy for you. Okay.
I'd like the servers to be open because I feel like that question was so useless.
I was trying to make it easy.
For why? For why? This is a competition.
Ni Wahoo? Ni wa nameless. Wana?
Last one. All right. So
The first person to answer. Because now we are 2-1, right?
Yeah.
And this is the last question. So the first person to answer. All right.
no, that is good. That is so simple. Let me not make
Who
it simple.
invigilator?
So, your baby mama is a very popular Gen Z artist.
Nikita Kering.
Oh, no!
Saru.
Lil Minor.
Is it a babe or a guy?
Oh.
It's a babe.
Okay.
Betty.
Okay, she's international and she sing whispers.
Billie Eilish.
Fantastic.
Woo! Yeah. Woo! 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 Carrie's the loser. Carrie's the loser. Oh,
Siungesema anavanga t-shirt kubwa.
Wow.
Carrie is the loser. Carrie is the loser.
Can you win with some grace?
No, bro. No. Kwani mimi ni Omanyala? Sina humility. You just imagine that Omanyala is like the fastest man in Africa. They say, I'd like to fast say thank. I'm just like, nigga. Bruh, on that note, bye. As a winner.